We all want to save money, but the problem is that we often feel like in order to save money, we need to sacrifice big things. But actually, that's not true. Often, it's actually just a means of changing your mindset and changing your habits. So here are 5 tips on how you can change just a few habits that will save you thousands through the year. Number 1, check your subscriptions. We all have various things that we pay for, services we pay for month in, month out. But actually, we get so used to paying them, we don't actually think about whether we still need them and whether we use them. I had a look at mine, and for example, I had a subscription to a TV channel so that I could watch it without ads. Now, I remember I got it because there was a series I wanted to binge and I didn't want to have to worry about adverts, but I paid that money and then never cancelled it. So that alone, it's only a small one, was about £12 a month, which actually over the year saved me 144 quid. So I've cancelled that, and that's my first saving. Number 2 is this, your mobile phone, right? We're all attached to it. It's a very important part of our lives now. But I bought this phone on a contract for 2 years, as generally I think all of them do now, and that has just run out. Now, of course, you get bombarded with emails saying, buy the new phone, upgrade to the next phone. And traditionally, I have excitedly looked through all the phones that are available, checked out all the new features, got very excited. But the reality is, I get that new contract for 2 years, I get the phone through, and a month in, I'm using it exactly the same way as this one. I'm scrolling the same way, I'm using the same apps. I'm not actually sure what the new features are a lot of the time, and I never really take the time to check those out. Yes, there might be an ever so slightly newer camera on it, which is usually my biggest sort of draw, but actually, is it worth the extra money you save? Now, I have moved from a £40 a month contract now to a £7 a month SIM-only deal. So I continue to use the same phone. There is absolutely nothing wrong with my phone. It's absolutely fine. But I have saved myself about 380 quid a year just by moving from the contract to the SIM-only. And the reality is, nothing's actually changed, except the money in my pocket. The third one's a big one, coffees. Now, or teas, as it might be for some of you. Now, I buy about 3 a week, okay? And it doesn't seem like that big a deal, to be honest. You know, it's £4.75, £4.95 for a coffee. In this day and age, 5 quid, just under 5 quid, doesn't really seem like a lot of money to spend, and it's a nice treat. But when I say to you that if I change from 3 coffees a week to 1, I'm saving myself £10 a week. That is over £500 a year. Suddenly it looks a bit different, right? So just pare down the amount of times that you buy those coffees. For me, I'm going from 3 a week down to 1, and that will save me over £500 a year, which I would much rather have than those coffees, which quite frankly, I can make just as well at home. Now, the savings are getting bigger now, and the fourth one I need to talk about is gym membership. Now, I actually love the gym, which I never thought I would say a few years ago, but I do. I do want to go to the gym, and I do go regularly to the gym. However, most of us probably fall into one of 2 camps. You're either someone who has a gym membership and doesn't use it, or you're a gym goer and you actually enjoy going. However, what I looked at was the gym I was at was lovely, really nice gym, but very expensive. And I was paying out this money every month and not really thinking about it because I was using the gym, right? I was using it, so it wasn't a waste of money. But that was until I looked into other gyms in the area, and I found that I could save, wait for it, £70 a month just by changing gyms. Now, yes, the new gym isn't as fancy as the old one, but it's got everything I need, and quite frankly, that £70 a month in my pocket I'd much rather have, especially when I tell you that is over £800 a year saved just by changing gyms. So if you have gym membership, check there's not a cheaper option, and definitely make sure you're using it, because if you're not using it, just get rid of it. Say no, cancel the membership, don't let them shame you, and move on and do something better with your money. The last one's a big one, particularly if you are a commuter to work, then this is definitely for you, and that is buying lunch out. Now, in this day and age, you're going to be paying at least £10 every time you go and buy lunch. Now, I quite enjoy buying my lunch, and I know it takes a bit of planning and it takes some, time to figure out what you're going to make, but what I've decided to do is to cut that back for 3 days a week. So you can still allow yourself a couple of days a week. So Friday comes round and maybe every Friday you buy lunch out. Maybe on a Monday you buy your lunch because it's the beginning of the week and can't be bothered to make your lunch that day. But by taking that 3 days a week and making your own lunch, you're saving yourself at least £30 a week. Now, when I tell you that that adds up to £1,500 a year, it's a huge amount of money to spend on random sandwiches and salads. So, you know, a lot of the time I can create these things at home. I'm saving myself a fortune, and I really am making a huge difference to the amount of money I spend in the year, which gives me that much more in my bank account. So definitely consider cutting down the amount of days that you buy lunch and make your own and take it with you. Now, I hope this has helped. I mean, these areas combined for me, I mean, you may just choose to take on 2 or 3 of these ideas. I'm doing all of them, and the main reason I'm doing all of them is when I added it up, it comes to just under £3,400 a year saved, which is quite shocking actually. Just on things without really making a sacrifice, you know, just on small things, small habits that I've just got used to spending that I don't need to spend. So, you know, by changing those small habits, you don't need to make any big drastic changes. But if you do these things, you will save yourself thousands. You will be much better off. So give them a try and see how you get on. So I hope this has helped, and I'll be back soon.